Hello, everyone. It is Monday, March 30th, 2015. My head hurts really bad. Let's do
Oh
this.
no.
Hangover?
Good start.
No, I don't know. I just woke up today with really puffy eyes and a really bad headache. So that's what I've been
Uh-oh.
doing today.
Is it from all the Final Fantasy 14 that you've been playing?
I've not played it at all since that one week where I was trying to get everyone to join. Uh,
You're so awful.
but in the time, I'm just gonna start talking what I played. Um,
Yeah. Let's
in the
get into
time
it.
since the last podcast, I've played maybe like 20 hours of Maple Story.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Wait, how much? Like, since yesterday when I told you that Seth started playing Maple Story?
Oh no, I've been playing before that.
Yeah, I've seen him going on to it through Steam
Yeah.
every so often the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
God, like, slash spit, like MMO elitism right here. Maple Story is just like, why don't you just go play, like, RuneScape or something?
Because RuneScape runs really poorly on my computer.
Wow. You proud,
So,
bro?
Yeah.
so
Um,
your hardware specs are somewhere between RuneScape and MapleStory?
How the
I
fuck
think
do you
they're
play
about
WoW?
on minimum settings.
Yeah,
At
wow, it's surprising how well WoW
WoW
can
runs just
run.
as well as MapleStory, Kelly.
Yeah,
it
it's
does
it's
actually.
incredible how well WoW can run with not much.
Yeah, it runs at
That's
like 30 frames per
incredible.
second. It's so cinematic.
I remember when WoW only ran at like 15 frames per second on my computer.
Me too. Oh,
Man,
3 weeks
times have
ago.
changed.
But yeah, so I've been playing. I've played some Maple Story. You can make mechs now as like a class.
What?
Yeah, also the way that you make a new character makes no sense. Basically, you start a thing, create a new character, and then you have something like 17 things to choose from. Uh, but then some of those at level 10, you get to choose between like five classes.
What
Oh
are those
no, are
five
they
classes,
suffering
Caps?
from are they
Huh?
suffering from too many expansions? Is that what this is all about? It's just been around for
Yeah, and
too
actually, not
long.
too long after Cataclysm launched um for WoW, they had the Big Bang.
Yeah? Is
Yeah,
that the
which
one with the
introduced a whole
dragon?
bunch of stuff and remade a whole bunch of the old zones.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, and that's I think that's when they introduced the mech class, which is the I forget what it's
Oh,
called.
the mech is its own class?
Yeah, you summon the mech, and literally all of your skills are done through the mech, so you have no reason to ever like unsummon it.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I did that. Also, uh, let's see. Oh, I got Hotline Miami too.
Yeah.
Uh, it was okay.
Yes, it was resoundingly acceptable.
Yeah, right? I was so extremely excited to play it. And then I played and I was like, I don't know why, but this isn't that fun.
I can put a finger on it. I've had some time to mull over why
Okay.
I think I did not enjoy the second one as much.
Okay.
I think part of it has to do with the level design. I
Yeah, I
find a
agree.
lot of the stages in Hotline Miami 2 to have these big open areas.
Hmm.
And so, like, the primary way that you get through a lot of places is just by gunning everyone down.
Yeah.
And I feel like you had to be a little bit more tactical in the first one. I felt like the maps were a little bit more smaller and compact.
I think it's that, and also not only are the stages too big, there's also too many stages per level.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Like, it seems like there's a lot of stages where you're going through like 6 maps before you actually reach the end.
Yeah, and those are the worst. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, I played an hour of Hotline Miami and now I want to quit. But I'm on like part five of a six-part stage.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
I'm
I,
like, well,
I
I
was
can't
definitely
quit
there.
now because otherwise it's gonna wipe my progress. And also I think the new classes or masks, whatever, um, are not very fun to play. I think they're cool, but I think they're way too restrictive. Hello?
Hello. Sorry, I'm muting
Yes.
myself because I'm sick.
Um, yeah, so I think the new masks are fun. Or not fun. The opposite. I think they're not fun. Also, the one where you play as two people is so bad because half the time it gets stuck. The second guy gets stuck at the entrance to the level.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
so then you're severely crippled because the other guy can only do melee. And he can't pick up stuff. He has a
Oh no.
chainsaw that he carries, and the other guy is the pistol.
You would think that they
So
would have caught that bug. That's a bug, right?
yeah.
Oh no. I
Also,
guess.
Trevor just dropped out.
No, no, Trevor.
Um, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Since we
Oh,
lost
there he is.
Trevor.
Nope, he's back.
Okay.
You back,
Trevor?
buddy?
We're having some technical. Okay, while Trevor is unable to say anything, I was
Yes.
browsing around on Steam right now, and
Uh-huh.
apparently Dead or Alive 5 is on Steam.
Yep.
And
Uh,
there's this fun theme set that they have where you can have all of the characters dressed up in like weird ass costumes, like sexy policeman, normal policeman, and like schoolgirl, or just ribbons, and like holiday theme and nurse theme. Like,
uh-huh.
I love it and hate it at the same time. I
Uh,
love Dead
Dead
or
or
Alive.
Alive, actually, it's been on the news today.
Really?
We're not on the news, but like gaming news. Because apparently it's missing a whole bunch of features that were in the original Dead or Alive versions.
Oh, you mean like fighting?
No, like I don't know features. I don't know. I can look it up. But yes. I can do my research.
Woo.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I played the shit out of Dead or Alive 3 when it came out for like Xbox way
mhm.
back in the day. And to see women just so ardently objectified just fills me with such joy. I actually
uh,
really want to get it.
yep. God dang it. Hold on. Trevor is having some problems reconnecting.
Yeah, he is.
Uh, oh well. Is he back? Can we hear him?
I don't know. I love how some popular user-defined tags for this product is fighting, action, female protagonist.
Well, they're not wrong.
I know, seriously. It's just like she's real female. Real. They also say physics as a popular tag.
Yep. Do physics.
Oh my gosh.
Dang it, Trevor. I want to talk about games with you. Come back already. Trevor.
Well, what else have you played?
I've played City Skylines because my
Oh
girlfriend
yeah.
got it, and I'm sharing a library with her.
Oh nice.
Yeah, and it is so good. It's essentially a city builder, exactly like SimCity 2013 was supposed to be, uh, and is kind of, in that it does everything exactly the same way SimCity did. It's essentially the exact same game, but not broken, and costs half as much.
Wait, how much does it cost?
$30.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's really good. Um, and it's really good. And like the way like building things works, like certain things like power plants or like water pumps, um, you have to place down manually. But whenever you build roads, it creates like a grid of like usable space. Uh,
So you don't have to deal with like traffic jams or anything?
oh boy, do you! That was the big problem with SimCity is that their traffic simulation was god awful. So once you get to a certain city size, everything went to shit because there was nothing you could do.
Oh, that's
Because
amazing.
because the traffic always chose the shortest route as opposed to the most efficient. And for whatever reason, their like water and electricity model worked the same way. Like you could see water and electricity as like physical things in the game, and like the circles would like move along and just never get to certain buildings for no real reason.
What? Really? Wow.
Yeah. Um. So in City Skylines, they fixed everything. So now it's essentially a traffic simulator.
Oh
Because
my God.
much
That
like in a real city, everything comes down to traffic.
it
Like
really does.
you could have like a really nice looking city with like a bunch of curves and like cul-de-sacs or whatever, and it's gonna not be good. Um,
I
like
know. I fucking hate Irvine.
like one of the things that could happen uh, is referred to as the poopocalypse.
The poopocalypse? What?
Yeah. There's no disasters or anything like in SimCity games, but you can kind of cause your own disasters if you're not careful. For instance, water actually has a direction to it. So if you put
Oh, cool.
your sewage pump on the wrong side of the river, and then your your water like collection pump on the other side, you'll be taking in poop water.
Oh
Like
my
if
God. I need to play this game and do this.
Yeah, and you
Like,
can actually see the poop water in the game.
oh my God. And
Yeah,
then
like
what
the water
happens?
actually like turns like weirdly like purpley brown.
Oh my God. And it just goes, it's a never-ending cycle of like
Yeah.
poo water.
Yeah, so people drink poop, right? And then they get
Uh-huh.
sick,
Oh my gosh.
which means now ambulances are clogging up your road,
Oh
right?
my God, yes.
Now ambulances are like everywhere trying to, get to places. And then they start dying. So
Oh
now
no.
your hearses are trying to get everywhere, and now they're clogging the roads as well.
Oh my God.
And then, once a dead body stays in place for too long, the building gets condemned.
Oh
And then
no.
the crime rates there start rising.
Oh
So
my
then your
God.
police cars are clogging your roads. So in the
Oh
end,
my God.
no one can get anywhere, and every single building in your city gets condemned.
That's amazing.
That is a thing that can happen.
I need this to happen in real life. Like, what is the real life equivalent of Poopocalypse? Like,
I don't think it can happen because just a single dead body in like a huge apartment building will cause the entire building to get condemned in that game.
oh yeah. New York City is a testament to that not needing to happen.
um, yeah. Oh wait. Just in case, let me send that over. Okay.
So what else have you played?
What else have I played? I played Tropico 4.
Oh my God, isn't that a great game? I love that game.
False.
What do
I
you
don't know
mean?
why. So, to
What do
those
you
who
mean
don't
you
know,
don't know why?
what? Let me do my thing.
No.
Those who don't
Great
know,
game. It's a great
Tropico
game.
4 is another city building game where you run a like Cold War era ish banana republic. Like you basically run Cuba. You basically run Cuba. Um, and your name is El Presidente throughout the entire game, and you have a bunch of wacky advisors and whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I played it, and I did not have fun. I played it 2. I loved it because it's like all pirate themed.
Uh-huh.
Thought it was fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Played 3. I thought it was good. I liked it a
Uh-huh.
lot. And then I played 4, and I
Hi,
don't know
everybody.
why, but it didn't click with me, and I hated it.
Oh my gosh. Have you
And I
played 5
uninstalled it
yet?
like the next day. What?
Have you played 5 yet?
I've not.
Well, what about 4 did you not like? Was it just that it was a rehash of 3, or do you feel
I thought
like
it was really easy.
I have no idea.
Wait, pause, guys. What are we talking
Go
about?
on. Yeah, we can
we're
hear
talking
you.
about Tropico 4 and how Caps doesn't like it because he
Yeah.
sucks.
False. I don't suck.
Which one do I
True.
like?
I don't remember which ones you've played.
I don't
You
know.
I
played
think you talked
Tropico
about
5.
liking 5, yeah. Anyway.
I didn't like the newer one.
Oh, then
That would
never
be
mind.
5.
That is 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't like it at all.
Uh,
Wait, Trevor, have you played City Skylines?
No, I haven't, but Evie
Ah.
has.
I have played that one.
Ah, I just finished talking about it before I switched over to Tropico.
Awesome.
Oh.
Do you want to
You like
talk
it?
about it? Yeah, I like it a lot. It's really good.
Well, that's good. I enjoy it, but it's not as flavorful as Tropico.
Yeah,
Tropical.
but it's also like very different, I think.
It's true. They're very different city builders. One is
Yeah.
much more like SimCities, and the other one is like caricatured.
Yeah, like you're dealing with very small populations,
Yeah.
like, and you kind of have to micromanage. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, City Skylines is so good, although traffic is so intimidating to deal with.
You know what?
Really? I did everything one-way streets. I was
That's
like,
what everyone
y'all
says,
just
but
have to go in circles.
that's not helpful information. Just saying you need more one-way streets doesn't tell me how.
No, I said I just used one-way streets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did that turn
Then
out?
everyone can only go one direction. And
Uh,
less flowchart caps.
I wonder if Alan has played it. He enjoys
He has.
charts.
Yes, he has played it.
I don't know how he feels about it, but I do know. I assume he likes it because he played a considerable amount of it over the week.
Wow.
He did.
Yeah, I played a bunch of it too, and so did my girlfriend because it's her copy. Um, let's see.
It's
What
really
else did I
hard for
play?
me to play though because I play it on Steambox and all the icons are so tiny.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, do you have a
speaking.
Steam box?
Yeah.
Why?
What? I play most of my games on Steambox.
It's weird. What? Why do you have it though?
Because I have a
Explain.
Mac.
And Linux is better?
But I have a Mac computer,
Go on.
and so if I want to play Windows games,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to have a Windows partition, so I have a Steambox.
Oh, does that have a Windows thing?
Steambox is
It
Steam.
it basically
It is Windows.
runs Windows 7. Like
Oh,
you
really?
can. It has like a dual boot thing, and one is like SteamOS, and the other one is just straight up Windows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That because I thought it was just SteamOS.
It might be for some of them. The one that EB has is the
Alienware
Alienware
one.
one.
Okay.
So it loads up. It loads up in its own UI. It loads up in an Alienware UI, and then from there
Hmm.
you can be like, I want to load Steam iOS, or you can be like, I want this to be a computer. I never want it to be a computer, so I just go to Steam iOS, and then it's just a giant Steambox.
uh,
Can I just jump in about Tropical
Yes.
4? I have a.
Go for it.
So you guys remember John Brandt, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's my friend who is like Cuban, and was a communist for a while. He started playing Tropical 4,
oh
and
boy.
man, he loved the game. I felt
Uh-huh.
very, very weird about it because it's like his whole family like thing is like, we came from Cuba, those dirty communists, they took all our things, and he's like, wow, I'm pretty much playing the overlord of why my family is so miserable in America right now.
Right? It's so wonderful. Like, you play the worst person, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, I know. So Tropical 4, great game. Go get it.
You don't
Yeah.
have to build the terrible prisons.
I did.
And then the last game I played that I actually want to talk about is RimWorld, which is this game that's currently only greenlit on Steam, and it has no actual release date. It's an alpha, and it sold something like 65,000 copies so far.
Wow,
Um,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay for considering they're gone again. Considering they're just selling from their own website, it's pretty good. Trevor, can we hear you? Oh no. Oh no.
This is gonna be a rough night.
Yep. This might be a deleted episode.
An unaired episode.
Yeah.
No, I can salvage this episode.
It's a bonus episode. Um,
The bonus episode, the tale of how Evie and Trevor lost their internet.
yep, pretty much. Yes, so RimWorld is
Is it a tale of self-discovery and opening oneself to new experiences and spreading your cheeks?
yep, that's I knew that's where you were going. Yeah, it's about doing this, spreading your cheeks.
Oh my
Um,
god.
So-
I know a lot of people can't see at home, but I just saw Capsworth's butthole.
Yeah, pretty much.
It definitely had a mustache.
Yeah, and a beard. My butthole also looked like somewhat like Tony Stark.
And it's equally as brilliant.
Instead of a hole, it's an arc reactor. Uh, yeah. So basically, what it is. Have you seen what Prison Architect looks like?
Yeah, it's very, like, pixely.
It's not pixely.
Oh, well.
Um,
Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna look up Prison Architect right now.
yeah. So RimWorld is a game that visually literally looks identical. To the point where like the guy behind Prison Architect needed to like give permission for it to look like that.
Oh, wow.
And what it is like this like simulation survival game.
Hmm.
Basically, you are on a rim world, like a planet on a like you crash land on a planet that's really really far away, like on the very outside of the galaxy.
Hmm.
So technology levels there are like from all ages because people have been living there for like thousands of years, and it's like really far away from everything else. So sometimes you'll be attacked by tribal people, or sometimes people with like machine guns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then you just build a base there, and you try to survive. And the simulation is really deep in just about every aspect of it. So like when they go into combat, it simulates the actual fight. It doesn't really show it. It just kind of shows their two like sprites smacking against each other.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
But then you can see their stats, and it's like shot in the right ear,
Oh
Or-
no!
or like like cut wounds on torso, leg gnawed off, like stuff
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
And all of that will like affect their abilities in some way. And the combat engine is also pretty deep because
Uh-huh.
apparently it was based on the entire game, like the engine, is based on a prototype for a tactical, like squad management game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, so it takes into account like angles and distance and light levels, and cover and stuff.
Light levels mean something completely different to me.
Really?
Yes.
Something
Um,
dirty.
No.
Oh.
Computer related.
Yeah, I'm talking about RimWorld. And yeah, I started like 6 games before I actually managed to survive past like the 3rd night.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, like you start with 3 guys, and the way you get more people is either you kidnap them, or you buy slaves,
That's
or yeah, basically those two really. Or actually, sometimes like someone will like crash land on in your place, and they'll just want to join you.
That's pretty dope. That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
I love
really-
how you've managed to play a different type of city building game for each of your games. Like we have City, we have Cuban SimCity, and then we have like Apocalypse SimCity.
It's not in any way Apocalypse SimCity. It's much closer to like Dwarf Fortress.
That's true. That's true. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so on like the first night, I was like setting up a little house, like build because you have to build all the walls individually and uh, place beds in there and stuff. And like a nearby boar went berserk. He just started freaking out and charging towards my guys.
Oh no!
So I had a guy with a rifle, a guy with a pistol, and a guy with a knife. Uh,
Did you
I
send the
sent
guy
in the
with the
guy
knife
with the
at him?
rifle, but then the boar quickly got too close for him to shoot. So then he would just started kind of like jabbing him with the rifle.
Oh
Then the
no!
boar mauled the shit out of him. I think the boar actually killed him.
That's a really rough way to die.
Yeah. And then I sent in another guy to kill the boar. He actually killed the boar, but he also got mauled really badly. So I had my third guy take the second guy into a medical bed, and I then over the course of like 2 days, his like cuts and stuff got progressively worse. He developed like an infection in his leg and his torso, so at that point he might as well have been dead because he's useless.
Oh my god, that's so graphic.
Yeah, but the graphics are so cute.
Oh my god.
Um, and yeah, I now have a base that has like 6 people in it.
Nice.
It has a hydroponic farm where I grow all my food. It has everyone has a roof over their head. They live inside of a cave system that I dug out. Very much like Dwarf Fortress.
Um, do you have to manage like mutiny and stuff in this, or does everyone just basically you're the overlord over everything?
Yeah, people have a certain amount of free will,
Hmm.
and they have stress levels, much like the
Oh
game we're going to
no.
review today.
Oh my god.
Where uh, if uh, if they're too hungry or too tired, or they've seen someone sold into slavery, or someone's organs harvested, because you can do that. You
What?
can harvest someone's organs and then sell
Yeah.
them.
Wow.
Right.
That's
Then
solid.
their mood will get progressively worse.
Huh, I
Uh,
just saw that guy's kidney get taken out. I'm sad. Well, that
yeah,
is kind of
basically.
what happens in real life, but I mean,
Um, unless they have a specific trait that prevents that from happening, like psychopath, in which case it's all good. Um, there's also traits that affect them too. Um,
how do you spell RimWorld? Because I'm trying to find it in
exactly
Steam.
what it sounds like.
Is it one
One word. It's on
one word?
Google, or like look it up on Google. It's not on Steam yet.
RimWorld. Is it on
Um,
Steam?
no, not yet.
Oh, okay.
It's been greenlit, but it's not yet on Steam. I think they're not actually going to release it on Steam until it's actually fully released.
That's probably wise.
Yeah, so they're not going to release it in alpha or early access, whatever. Uh, so yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that game. It's really good. I'd recommend buying it, even though it's not yet complete. It feels pretty complete, really. And there's a lot of mod support. Like the game installs or installs. It comes in a zip file and you just unpack it and it's ready to play. Uh, and there's just a mod folder just ready for you to just dump mods into.
Oh, that's so cool.
Um, yep. So that's what I've been playing. Played a lot of like sim games. And I might play more. I'm gonna try to play some Prison Architect tonight, I think.
I saw the Prison Architect is still in early access. I mean,
Yeah.
that game's been around for a while.
Yeah,
It has been.
when it first came out, it already
They
felt
just released
pretty.
a big new update.
Really? What did they change?
They added Death Row.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
the entire update is focused on executing your prisoners in like a very semi-realistic and upsetting way, as it should be.
Well, that's one way to solve the overpopulation problem.
Yeah, but you only ever have like a couple of death row inmates, from what I can understand, and if you like don't give them enough time to find evidence that they're not supposed to be executed, uh, then like if more evidence shows up after you kill them that says they should not have been executed, if that happens 3 times, then you lose the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but every time you do execute someone, you get $10,000.
Much like real life.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really realistic.
Um, I'm
So yeah,
looking at Prison Architect's wiki page, and it says that, they first made the game available back in 2012, but they're
Yep.
saying their release date might be late 2015.
ooh. I
But
mean,
I
the game
mean,
is already like feeling pretty much done, and they already started
Yeah.
working on an iOS version.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you could play it on your iPad,
Coming along.
which might be really cool. Uh,
as of December 2013, the developers have raised over $9 million. So there's really
Jeez.
no rush to finish it. I mean,
It's
this is
interesting.
really a cash cow.
You have no idea. The people who made Prison Architect also made Darwinia and Multiwinia,
Oh wow. Those are great
which,
games.
yeah, but it didn't sell at all.
No, not
Like they
even.
were like just ready to like go bankrupt basically. Then they started working on Prison Architect, and that basically kept them afloat. Yep,
And so afloat they are.
yep. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. Kelly.
Sorry. So I haven't really played too many video games these past couple weeks. I've only recently played World of Warcraft and not actually stopped raiding. We stopped raiding this month to kind of take a break, but we're gonna get back into raiding again probably starting in early April. So that's gonna be exciting. The Diddlers are coming back.
The,
Woo!
the what?
The Diddlers. Our raid group name is the Diddlers.
Uh-huh.
We diddle bosses, and
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
with our e-pins. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, we're a classy bunch.
Yep.
We also started doing. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but we also started doing drunk raid nights where
I think I remember this.
Oh yeah, we basically just get drunk and do legacy raids, and it's been pretty fun. It's been pretty good. Other than that, not too much. We're going to WonderCon this weekend. Me and
That's right.
Mike.
Going to
Yeah.
work on this Friday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Not so much on Sunday for me.
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, Sunday for me. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun.
And then the day
Um,
after I come back, first day of first class.
oh, for spring?
Yep.
Oh, woot woot. Oh, you're on spring break. Yeah. But that's really it for me. I haven't been gaming too much.
Ugh,
Next podcast we'll get to hear all about WonderCon. I will not be
that's
there.
true.
Yep.
And then never mind, not the podcast after that. A couple of podcasts after that, then there's anime.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be going to anime.
What? Why?
Just 'cause I don't know if I can take. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll see if I can swing it. Your eyebrows are very convincing.
Sweet.
Okay, but that's it. That's it for me. I have nothing
Okay.
further to contribute to this podcast.
But you played the game we reviewed, so. Oh, but
Yeah.
that's in a way the next podcast.
Yep.
So yeah, Trevor, what have you played?
Real quickly, since
Yes.
having my little connection hiccups there, but we're good now. One of the things I wanted to touch upon again was Hotline Miami 2, because I
Oh,
kind of
right.
we were in the middle of that when my Google Plus decided that I was not an authentic Google Plus user or something. I don't know what's going on there, but
Oh my God, maybe that's what Alan's working on right now.
yeah, it's his fault. It's all his fault.
It really is.
So one of the things that we were talking about right before that happened was the masks.
Yeah.
And Hotline Miami 2 is kind of weird because like you're jumping between different characters and they all have their like unique mechanics. So like even those masks you unlock, like you might be playing as another character like 2 chapters later that has an entirely different set of masks that you have to unlock.
Yep.
And in perhaps the strangest moment in the game, I think, like the majority of masks or weapons, as the case is later, that you unlock for your character happen in a way so that like if you're doing well on the stages, you'll unlock it and you'll be able to use it in the next stage. There's one character in particular, whoever has the snake masks, I forget his name now.
I don't
Um,
remember.
yeah, but he gets his last mask on the stage where you play as him for the final time. So in order to use that mask, you have to go back and replay stages, otherwise you'll never see what it does.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird little thing, and I like what they were going for in Hotline Miami 2 with the like ensemble cast,
Hmm.
and I like the way it varied up the mechanics between stages so that you never really knew exactly how you were going to have to approach the next stage. But I don't know if it was executed perfectly in Hotline Miami 2.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't. Um,
Uh, what I didn't like also was the masks were way too restrictive.
yeah, yeah. There were a lot of times where there was really only one way to progress.
Yeah.
Which is especially true there's a character who cannot, well, he can kill people, but you have to go out of your way to do it. There's a character that can only take out people non-lethally.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
uh, a lot of his later stages, there's really only one way to progress,
Mhm.
and that was kind of a bummer. Though I do think that his particular restrictions made the stages a little more interesting than some of the other characters.
Yeah.
Because anyone else who can just pick up guns, like it just becomes like a spray and pray situation.
Yeah, I found that in this one, guns were really the only way to progress.
Yes.
I think. And
Uh,
there was almost no reason to ever pick up a melee weapon.
Yeah, I had a three-step process for killing lots of dudes. It was walk outside of a door, shoot, back into the room, point gun at door,
Yep.
hold down left trigger, and just mow everybody who comes looking.
Yep, that's exactly what I've been doing, and I think that's awful.
Yeah,
That's bad design.
it's not great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a really quick question. Because Caps, you said you played Rune Factory 4, correct?
Yes. Yes.
On Valentine's Day,
Yes.
they give you cookies. Do the cookies track at all, or can I just give them the same cookie back?
I think you just can give it back.
Give it back.
Awesome.
Give it back.
What? They won't know. They'll think it's a brand new cookie.
Yeah, be like, oh, that's so weird. I got you the same thing. What a coincidence.
I sold my teeth to get you this cookie.
I sold my cookie eating fingers to get you this cookie.
Oh, that's
Wow.
How ironic. Anyway.
But yeah, that's really all I want to touch on with Hotline Miami 2.
Okay.
I played through the whole thing, and like, I still enjoyed it, but it definitely did not have the same impact on me that the first one had.
Yeah, same.
The other game that I played, which I really enjoyed, was Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, which is
Ooh.
a game that came out a couple of years ago, but I finally got around to playing it. I mean, the thing that's great about Revengeance is that I can recommend it to pretty much anybody because it takes place so far in the future of the Metal Gear like universe that you don't need to know anything about Metal Gear to enjoy that game. Not only that, but it doesn't play like those games at all. Like the Metal Gear series is known for being like a stealth game, right? Like you hide, you don't want to draw a lot of attention to yourself. In Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, you're playing as Raiden, who's like now a super cyborg, and you're just running around and dicing up dudes left and right. And I do actually mean dicing up dudes. Like the game is designed in such a way that almost every object in the game can be cut into little tiny pieces. And
Wow.
you actually aim your sword. You go into like a slow-mo thing, and you like aim the swings of your sword, and you just cut things into like different slices. And it's really rewarding. Like I thought that it would get old after like an hour or so, and it never did. It just kept staying awesome every
Is
time.
it Metal Gear Fruit Ninja? Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much.
What? Yeah, okay. I see where you're going with that. It's not like that. there's moments where like it'll slow down. Yeah, like you're kind of doing that. You're doing it really fast and like just hacking people apart. And you're actually rewarded a little bit for precision because you get bonus points for cutting off the left hand of enemies, which is oddly specific.
All right.
If you dissect them in a certain spot, you can actually reach your arm in.
That is so gross.
It's awesome, but gross, but awesome. They're all cyborgs, so like it's mostly like robotic parts, but there are a couple of dudes every now and then. Like even though they're cyborgs, you're definitely cutting through like flesh and tissue.
But I thought we established back in the Next Generation that cyborgs can be human, man. Like,
no,
this
they
is cool.
and Raiden's mostly human too, even though he's a cyborg. Like, you know, they have their own thoughts, and they knew the risks when they went out to fight you that they might get their spine ripped out.
Robots have spines?
Well, yeah, so
Uh-huh. Go on.
Raiden's suit is designed to be able to rip the electrolytes out of another person.
What?
And I'm not kidding. That is actually what they tell you over a codec call when you first.
That is such science right there.
Dude. So you cut a dude down the middle, reach in with your hand, rip out his spine, and like make it explode, and that's how you heal yourself in this game.
That's awesome.
It's so cool. And I really like the setup to the game because like when the game starts, like your tutorial lasts like 10 seconds. There's a more extended tutorial you can choose to do, but if you just go right into the game and skip that one, you get like told the controls for about like 10 seconds, you fight some normal enemies, and then the very next thing you do is fight Metal Gear Ray, who was the final boss of Metal Gear 2. And then you proceed to just, you know, dice that thing apart. And that kind of sets the tone of the game. But the thing that's kind of cool about the narrative setup is the very beginning of the game is you getting, you know, your current operation gets sabotaged and you get completely beat up by the people who become the bosses of the game. This group called Desperado. And I thought that was a really good like narrative setup. And then like all of the new mechanics they introduce in the next stage of the game that takes place like weeks later, like all of that stuff is justified as new enhancements to your suit. All those new mechanics that get introduced.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I thought that whole setup was really cool. And just like every single boss fight is like super unique. Like one of the things that I think I like Platinum Games does this really well all the time is dynamic like soundtracks and boss fights. And the soundtrack to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance reminds me a lot of like Paramore or like New Found Glory with like a less whiny lead singer.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and so like the way the boss fight will work is there'll be a moment in the boss fight that like triggers some sort of event or like a quick time event or something, and when you activate that, that's when the lyrics are designed to kick in. Like the lyric layer kind of like pops in right then and there. And then, you know, you're like beating up this boss or cutting them apart like this hard rock music. And it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy time just the entire way through. And so, unlike other Metal Gears, the story I don't think is quite as important. There is one there, but it's not.
If you look for it.
It's pretty silly. And the final boss of this game is actually a crazy like Republican senator that you proceed to fist fight on top of a Metal Gear as he screams at you about America. And it was incredible.
Amazing.
That sounds amazing.
It was fantastic.
It sounds so satisfying.
It was very satisfying. I'm really bummed that I did not play that game sooner, but I'm glad I finally did. And just there's one little pun that I really like. One of the bosses you fight, she has like a bunch of arms on her back. And so she's got like 8 robotic arms or something that she can turn into a pole. So when you kill her, you get her weapon, and her weapon is a pole arm.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that was my experience with Metal Gear Revengeance. The only person I would not recommend it to is Alan.
Why?
Why?
Well, so Alan's not here to defend himself, but he hates character action games. Like, that is a thing. Like Bayonetta, God of War, any game that's like third person and kind of like action adventure-y, he typically does not like.
Except for Dark Souls.
Dark Souls
That's
is
different.
yeah. I think Dark Souls is a little bit different because like the character action genre tends to be more defined by like lots of combos, like a lot of repetitive like button presses and things like that.
And also not being an RPG.
Yeah, yeah. And so I don't think he would enjoy it, but it's hard to imagine anyone who likes like action games not enjoying.
I'm
Metal
still
Gear
stuck on
Vengeance.
you trying to tell me that Dark Souls is different.
It's very different.
It's
That's a discussion.
completely different.
The flavor is different.
Yeah, it's a discussion for another time. But actually, Caps, I was curious.
Yes.
You've been playing Final Fantasy XIV, right?
Not really. I played it
Okay.
like those couple of times, and then I stopped.
Okay. That is an MMO I have always been interested in and have never played.
It's pretty good from what I've played so far.
I should. Sorry, I played it briefly when it first launched, and it was awful.
Yeah, that's because it wasn't,
Done.
it was a completely different game then.
Yes, and that
I
was
was
what I heard. is
Actually,
that
in the beta for that one.
they've reinvented it, and since they've reinvented it, it looks much more interesting to me.
Yeah, and not only did they reinvent it, they made the original part of the story.
Really?
Yeah, because have you noticed how this one's called A Realm Reborn?
I have, yes.
That's because the original was like, or like the way the story goes, like there was a world, but it was bad, so it was destroyed, or something like that.
Wow.
Yes, that is accurate.
And so now, society is like rebuilding and stuff
Okay.
afterwards.
Did you ever play it in its original state, Caps?
I was in the beta, but I never played it.
Oh my god. Okay. So let me just recap the experience, and you can tell me how much this is not like your current experience, okay?
Okay.
All right. So you go into the game.
Uh-huh.
You pick a main quest.
Yes.
You then proceed to run across a field, and within about 5 minutes of running across this field, you notice that every single bush and tree is being reused, and they are the same bush and tree.
Boy.
You get to the end of that path, you finish that quest, something really easy. I don't know what it is, doesn't matter. You go back, you take another quest, and then you do one more, and then suddenly you can't take any more quests for a while. And you're not sure why.
Excuse me?
So the way the game was designed originally, you could do like little side quests and things, but you were only allowed to do 3 main quests in any given amount of time.
Then you have to buy energy crystals for $5.95.
That's where I thought it was going, right? When it first happened? No, there was no way to do that. Like, the idea was to get you to go do other things now. But all it did was just frustrate me and make me not want to play. And then the fact there was no, like, fast travel system, and you had all these big open fields, I could not stomach it at all.
So,
Yeah.
this one,
How is it different?
the combat is from World of Warcraft, and the zoning is from Guild Wars 2.
Great.
Already
Better.
the way it works is you can only make one character per server,
Okay.
and then you choose a class. But the thing is, you can make that guy once he reaches level 10 or so.
Uh-huh.
You can switch to any other class and then start leveling that class.
That's awesome. Is it?
And then if you, let's say, have like a warrior at level 30 and I think like a conjurer or something at level 15, like as in like those two skills,
Yeah.
those two classes on the same character, you unlock the paladin as a class.
Okay, so it's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, where like once you reach certain job levels, it would unlock like new classes.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's how that works.
That sounds
Crafting is bizarre
Okay.
because crafting is also a class.
Really?
Yeah, so like you know how in WoW you just learn the skill, then you click craft and it crafts.
Yeah. So you have
This
to.
one crafting is like almost like a mini game. You have to equip like let's say you want to do like cloth armor or whatever.
Okay.
You want to be a tailor. You have to equip a needle,
Okay.
and then it replaces your action bar with like crafting action bar.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yep.
Um, So here's how crafting worked when I played it.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you wanted to cut some wood. You
Okay.
walk up the sawhorses. You click on the saw next to the sawhorses, and then you wait for like 5 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did
Yeah,
you have to
no.
press buttons to actually saw the wood?
No, you just clicked and then waited.
That's
Good
a
God.
shame.
So this
Yeah,
sounds
no. This
like-
one is basically just, Japanese World of Warcraft.
I'm okay with that. Mostly it's the class system that sounds really cool to me. Like
Yeah.
the idea of being encouraged to try different classes to unlock additional ones.
Yep.
That's something I have not seen an MMO do very effectively since the original Galaxies. And I do mean the original Galaxies, but also
Yeah. Questing works basically the way World of Warcraft. Like every quest leads to the next quest, basically.
okay,
And then you get like a group of quests, and they kind of take place in the same area-ish.
right.
Fast travel is pretty effective. You're right on a chocobo, obviously.
Cool.
What else? They introduced triple triad in
No.
a recent update.
No, can you play it with anybody?
I think so.
NPCs and actual people, or just actual people?
I think both.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. WoW has Pokemon. Final Fantasy has
Oh.
card games.
Okay, for the uninformed, in Final Fantasy VIII there was a mini game called Triple Triad, and it was a very simple card game where you would collect cards out in the world, and you could play this game against various NPCs out in the world, and some of them would have unique cards. And the game takes place on like a 3x3 grid. Your monsters all have a number in the top, left, right, and bottom of the
Wait,
card.
I think that's exactly how the card game in Digimon World 3 worked.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think I remember playing that. And yeah, like you place a card, and if the number's higher than a card you're placing it adjacent to, you flip it over and it becomes yours on that grid. And ideally, you want to have more of your side facing up. And it's a really simple game, and it can lead to some crazy stuff. And then in Final Fantasy VIII, there was also this whole thing where you would actually bring rules to different regions with you, which was actually awful. I didn't like that part. But yeah, okay. So the way it would work is, right, each region would have its different like custom rules. So like some people would care about like elements on a card, and other places they'd be like, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Certain places would for like if you flip a card and that card flips and it can take something else, it continues. Some places would have that rule. So like you flip a card, suddenly everything just flips over. Other places it would be like, no, we don't do that. Once you flip a card, it's just that one card. And so you could end up accidentally bringing rules you didn't like to other regions, and that was maybe the one part of that game that was a bummer. But all that aside, Triple Triad is a really cool game, and I'm really glad that it exists in another Final Fantasy place. It is alarming how much knowing that Triple Triad is in that game makes me want to play it.
Trevor, if you start playing it, I'll play with you.
Sweet.
Oh no, that might happen.
I don't want to play WoW anymore.
No, it's okay. I mean, now that we've talked about Final Fantasy XIV, I kind of want to play it.
I'm sorry, Kelly. I took us down that hole.
I love MMOs.
If I do start playing it, it probably won't be this month because I've got a lot of running around to do this month.
Okay.
Next month starts in a couple of days.
Yeah.
That's the month he's talking
Whoops.
about.
Yeah. Other way around. What I mean to say is I might consider doing it near the end of April.
What
Sweet.
he's saying is he's going to wait until I'm out of town working.
That's possible. Yes.
I won't be around anymore, and he'll need something
Yes.
to kill them.
But also this coming month I'm taking a game design workshop.
Oh, nice.
And I also will be at the AWP, which is not related to games, so I'm not going to talk about that right now. What have you been playing, Lev?
I have been playing an awful lot of Rune Factory 4.
You have.
How do you like Rune Factory 4?
Okay, so I haven't played a Rune Factory game since I believe Rune Factory 2?
I hated Rune Factory 2.
The one
I played all 4.
You had to be okay. So it was one where you had to be a boy. You couldn't be a girl. And
Uh,
they never really got into like who you were at the end. Like there was some illusion that you might have been a prince from another kingdom, but like they never reveal who you ever like you never figured that part out.
okay, is it the one where he stays the same character the entire time? The
Yes.
one. Okay, I think that's the first one. In the second one, you end up playing as your offspring, like halfway through.
Oh
And
no
then
no no.
the
This
third one, you can turn into a sheep.
all right. So it was. I haven't played Rune Factory since the very first Rune Factory.
Okay, I actually really liked Rune Factory 1.
It was a lot of fun, which is why I picked up Rune Factory 4. But Rune Factory has changed, man. It has
I
changed.
wouldn't say it changed that much.
It has. In the first game, you couldn't take people with you.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think they introduced that in the third one.
Suddenly, I can like go talk to like the girl that runs the hot springs and be like, "Hey, do you want to come kill some monsters with me?" And her
Yeah.
answer will be yes.
Well, I mean, in the first one you could take monsters with you, but in this one you can take people.
People
Yeah.
and monsters.
Yeah.
Also, it's like, oh my god, so many things. So many things are better. You have like weapons that make sense. The first one was like very blasé about weapons. It was like almost, I want to say like it was sort of like they were like, we'll just add some things, but not too many things. And
Yeah.
they would run out of power really quickly if you ever tried to mine, but there was only really one area to mine. It was it was like a weird amalgam of Harvest Moon and fighting, but not so much anymore. Now it's got a storyline, which is
I
hilarious.
actually really like the storyline in this
I
one.
know, it's so funny.
Yeah, I love the way it asks you if you want to be a boy or a girl.
You're right.
I don't remember at all what it was, but I remember Snapchatting it to a bunch of my
Okay.
friends.
The man's version was I'm up so high or something like that, and the girl's one was like, wow, I'm up so high.
Yeah, it was like, are you ready to start your new life? And it was like, yeah, versus I guess so, something like that.
It was the same word except the girl one was like a little like more ugu. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Whereas the man's was like, I'm up so high.
Yeah, then it was like, oh, so you're a boy, and I was like, excuse me?
I was like, no, I just don't want to say wow.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll be ugu in that moment. Yeah, I loved that. I thought it was hilarious that I fell 5,000 feet and was perfectly fine because I
Yep.
landed on a hard-scaled dragon.
Yep. But it's a
And-
mystical dragon.
Right?
Not a
And
shiny dragon.
so I've made it to the part where the dragon's passed out again, second time. So the
I
Sex
remember.
have stolen the rune spheres, and I have to chase the Sex back down. And I'm dating the prince,
Mm-hmm.
which was important to me. Though I have to say, this is the most well thought out dating sim I've played ever because I don't play dating sims. And like, it is for me because Harvest Moon and the first RuneScape was like, I gave you these things, and then they'd be like, I want to marry you, and they'd be like, okay. I have
Uh-huh.
dates in this one, and it's freaking me out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
I
also,
forgot about that.
now he like flirts with me and be like, I've been thinking about you all day, and I'll be like, that's weird. I don't want you to do that. I'm a married woman.
But your character in the game is not married.
Yes, but I don't care. I'm talking to him and he's winking at me and he's a computer character.
Oh my god.
Comfortable with that. So it's opened up this whole new like world of like skeevy that I've never like associated with, and now I'm adjusting to it because I don't want to break his heart now. I feel obligated, you know. I know the first move, right? He's really excited about us dating, but I'm like not okay with it anymore. But it does mean that I can bring him with me at any time of day. He's never gonna say no anymore.
He loses the ability to.
He does. Also, I got to choose pet names, which was weird.
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Do you want to date?" And he's like, "Yes, but we should choose pet names first." And I was like, "Dude, maybe not. I feel like that's something that should come naturally, Arthur. Don't you think that?" And he's like, "No. Should I call you my lady?" And I was like, "Sure. You do what feels like you."
I think mine calls me dick fuck or something.
No, you can't
Great.
type it out.
Oh really?
You
Oh,
have
never
to
mind then.
You have to choose, and it's like it's creepy things too. It's like baby or like darling
It's
or
your name, darling, the light of my life.
right. You shouldn't. Yeah, that was weird. So I chose the most formal versions. I thought we should go backwards in our relationship. So
What does he call you?
he calls me my lady, and I call him Sir Arthur because apparently we are now in the 19th century.
Okay.
I've decided instead of just Arthur and Cheryl, which is her name.
Okay.
They shouted a lot, and that makes me happy. So
Uh,
I hear Snake's voice every time.
how do you like the actual like non-dating gameplay of it?
I really enjoy it. I like that I can befriend monsters and they'll follow me around, and I like that there's combo attacks now, which is crazy to me.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't even expect like everything is new to me because the first one was so bare bone and like Game Boy Advanced.
No, it wasn't. It was the original DS.
It was originally DS.
It
Oh my
was.
God. Original DS. Yeah, that was a long time ago for me mentally.
Yeah, I played it in high school.
Yeah, I played it in high school too, which is a long what
It's like 18 years ago.
10 years ago.
We're coming up on our reunion soon.
We are. We are coming up on our 10-year reunion soon. Um,
Uh,
so
Mine's now.
yeah, yours is now. What is that? Why you're staring at me like that? It's okay. I love
No.
you even though you're old.
Thank you.
But yeah, I like the fighting. I think that's cool. I like that. The thing that I didn't appreciate was that they don't ever tell you in the game, hey, you should probably give some armor to the people you're bringing.
wait, do you have to do that?
Yeah, they don't equip themselves. They have their fighting tools, so like they'll have swords and stuff. But if
Uh-huh.
you give them armor, they'll wear it.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
I had no idea. So if you have a party and you go into your party settings and you press R, it brings up what they're wearing,
Hmm.
which I didn't know about until I pressed it accidentally. And I was like, oh my God. But like they don't really have words for do you want me to wear this? They'll say the same, text block for when you give them a gift. So if they don't really like armor, they'll be like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to
Oh,
make sure you don't die. Like, excuse me.
no, thanks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just so you know, I like boiled eggs. That's great, bitch, but I like you to not play in dungeons. So wear the fucking chainmail. I don't know. I feel like there should be a quick button to be like, equip your party, and then just do it, and not have to deal with, passive-aggressive statements about how they would much prefer some egg dishes.
Yeah, I remember the one thing I didn't like was kind of how the farming worked now. How you like did each crop individually instead of like by patches of 9,
Yeah, well, but you
or like 3 by 3.
upgrade your weapons. When you upgrade your farm tools, you can.
Oh, that's weird. But like one sack of like seeds
Oh,
only
it's just one.
covers one square.
Yeah, that was weird to me too, because I
Yeah.
cleared a whole field, and then I was like, I'm ready, and then I was like, wait, each of these only covers one.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
But that doesn't really bug me too much because you upgrade your tools so quickly
Hmm.
that it's like, just, if I have to buy that many seeds, I have to buy that many seeds, and then I just have my monsters till my field, and I barely farm. But I do love that they have farms now that are in different areas that are always the same season. Like they have
Mhm.
spring field, autumn field. I'm like, great. I don't have to till this field. I can just teleport, which is also amazing to me. Just teleporting all around the world. Just when I want to. Gotta go to my fucking field across town. It's fine. Just
Yeah,
teleport.
that was in the first game too. Every
Teleporting?
dungeon, well, not teleporting, but every dungeon had its own climate.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
else?
like it. I don't like the voice acting or the music is really
Hmm.
repetitive.
I also don't like the fact that like the graphics didn't really upgrade at all.
Yeah, that's super weird to me. Like, my character doesn't have a neck, and I'm like, guys, I've seen Monster Hunter on the 3DS. You guys could have put a neck on this character. Like, it's not hard to do.
But have you seen Monster Hunter on the new 3DS?
I have.
It looks
Jacob
so
has a
good.
3DS.
It's true, he does.
Which brings home the fact that they probably should have fucking updated the graphics because it looks like I'm playing a DS game until,
Yeah.
like. And then the bottom screen is all illustrated beautifully. So it's just this weird dichotomy of like, oh, here's some beautiful art on the bottom, and here's some sort of crappy graphics on the top.
Yeah, I think Rune Factory 4 was originally supposed to come out for the original DS, but I'm not sure.
That would make sense. I would believe that.
That
Because,
was, I guess, close to the release of the 3DS.
maybe. Is it an old game?
But,
Came out in 2012.
yeah,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
it's not like super old, but it's old enough.
that it could have come out on the original.
I don't think Rune Factory 4 came out on the original.
Well, no, this
No,
was
it
a
didn't.
previous game, but it could have been developed originally for the original.
I am sure that with Rune Factory 4 they probably did not consider. I think what you see there is what they consider updated graphics.
They
It's
could have
just,
made it look so good, though.
it's just really sad that the food that I make looks better than the characters on the screen.
Well, I mean, what is possible is they could be using their engine from the DS games and just trying to get as much out of it as they can,
That makes
which
sense.
might be part of the reason that maybe some of it looks a little
Oh.
pixelated under the weather. Yes.
Another thing that I don't like about this game
Okay.
is that the female character has nipple clamps.
Oh, excuse me?
If you look up the artwork of what the female character is wearing, which I see every time I talk to someone,
Oh my god, you're right.
he has nipple clamps, and one of the nipple clamps is holding onto its chain. It's just like, why didn't they catch that? No one caught that. They were like, I understand what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be minor clamps for when you go down and you want to clamp something onto your bodysuit. And the man has them too. But it's like, guys, it's not that hard to just move that. Just move it down. Move it down so it's not on the nipple.
Here's what it
you
looks
are
like.
absolutely right. Oh my gosh.
And luckily, I'm at the point of the game where I can buy other clothes, so like I don't
Oh,
have to look at
I
nipple
did
clamps.
not know that was a thing.
Yeah, I can. I bought real armor, so I look like a soldier now.
Oh,
Or
nice.
I wear pajamas, which for some reason just look like a dress. I don't know. I don't understand. Their costume designer is clearly not the best since they put nipple clamps on a girl and didn't even notice. But
Maybe that's just how Japan works, you know. You never know.
they were like so oblivious to where nipples are that they were like, that's fine. You know, that's where you put clamps.
Yeah.
That's where I store all the clamps for my for my chips and stuff.
Yeah, it's just right there
Yeah, just on your nipples.
on your nipples. It's the best place to put it because it has something to clamp onto.
Easy
Okay.
access.
Anyway,
So there's that.
have you played anything else?
What?
Have you played anything else?
More. Oh, I play Pokemon Shuffle.
Oh yeah,
We've played a lot of Pokemon Shuffle.
yeah.
What is Pokemon Shuffle?
It is Bejeweled, with Bejeweled things.
Well,
It's just Bejeweled.
It's imagine Bejeweled with Pokemon faces and
Yes.
much more lenience on being able to shuffle the pieces around.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you can, if you see a match in like the top right corner, if there's like two Pikachu faces, you can take a Pikachu face from like the bottom corner of your screen and just move it all the way up there
Yeah.
and make a match.
It's just a swapping game to make matches of 3, 4, 5. Or crosses, T's, all of those, combos that you'd normally have for Bejeweled work for this one.
Yep.
And they limit you by the number of moves you get per battle. So they'll be like, do this in 20 moves, and you're like, okay. And then at the end, if you are victorious, you have a chance to catch the Pokemon based on a predetermined percentage plus however many moves you still have left. So if you beat them in 3 when you had 15 moves, you then have that amount to add to your percentage. And then you may or may not catch it.
So it's like Honey Pop, but Pokemon.
I've never played Honey Pop, so I can't tell you.
Honey Pop is a game that was very popular in Steam for a little while.
Oh, God. Honey Pop.
What?
Yeah. And also, weirdly, very popular with the female demographic, from what I hear. But basically, it's it's a dating sim.
Okay.
But the way you go on dates is you play Bejeweled.
Okay, I like Bejeweled.
Oh my god, what the fuck? I just
And
looked this up.
but it's also a dating sim in the way in terms of getting a hentai scene when you get to high enough like affection with your girlfriend.
You can't see this right now, but if you go on the Steam page, there is a woman with a banana between her breasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, just go there now. We should definitely play this game.
Now, refresh my memory, because you're a Honey Pop expert, right?
I guess so. I watched the full playthrough, so yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, you play through that.
Is this one of the many games on Steam that has like a very adult version out there somewhere else and was
Yes.
okay and was like slightly censored for Steam? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like
That explains a lot.
all they do in the Steam version is remove all the jizz stains
Okay.
and put panties on them. But like you can still clearly see the outline of their hand going into the outline of their vagina.
Oh my god.
This sounds like I would be so confused because I already get uncomfortable when Sir Arthur flirts with me.
Oh, and every girl is like an intensely like sexist stereotype, and it's hilarious.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Well, I will inform you right now that Pokemon Shuffle is not like that.
I don't know.
Are
It
you
sounds
sure?
very similar in terms of gameplay.
There are no hentai scenes with your Pokemon.
As far as you know, how far did you get?
With this game. I've played a lot of Pokemon Shuffle. Probably too much Pokemon Shuffle. But they limit you. It's a free to start game.
Oh.
So you only get 5 gems, or 5 hearts, which each heart is a game that you can play. And then they refill like every half hour. But if you finish an area, you get a jewel, and then you could use jewels to buy more hearts. So Trevor bought 70 hearts the other day.
I
Oh
did
my
not
god.
buy with money these hearts.
That's
I
true.
want to clarify that.
That's true. He saved
game-
up the jewels that the game gives you, and then
Yes.
bought them.
So the currency this game uses for its like free to play mechanic is a jewel, right? Every 10 stages you have an opportunity. Well, not have an opportunity. Once you clear the 10th stage, which is like the end of an area, you get a jewel. So I waited until I had 12 of them and then redeemed them for the most amount of hearts you could redeem. But that is the mechanic that the game wants you to use, because the hearts determine like how often you get to play.
Yeah.
Once you're out of them.
But you also
have to
get
wait a
hearts
half hour.
doing other things. Like you get hearts from street passes.
Yeah, you get hearts from street passes.
And you get hearts for, like, there's daily missions that you can do that are like, this Pokemon's only around for a day, and if you beat that one, you might get a jewel or you might get a heart. So it's like, you can totally play this game, in my way, almost to completion without spending any money on it. So it's not bad. And also, you probably don't want to play more than 5 games at a time, because, that's a lot. It takes a while. There's 2 modes. There's the one where you get a certain number of moves, and then there's also speedrun. So you'll have, like, you have a minute to catch Articuno, and you're like, fuck, I better do that. And then you get ranked, so, you have the ranking system. And you don't always catch the Pokemon after you beat them. You can pay to get a Great Ball, or you can just say, fuck it, I don't care if I'm catching Pokemon, I just want to play Bejeweled. which might be my version.
So Nintendo refers to Pokemon Shuffle as free to start, which I think is a pretty good way to describe it. Because you can totally pick it up and play it for 10 minutes and then stop. But if you want to actually make a lot of progress in the game, they definitely are anticipating you spending money.
I don't know,
on it.
because I feel like if you lived in a city and you got a lot of street passes with people that played Pokemon Shuffle, you would be swimming in hearts.
Right.
Every first street pass you get with someone new, you get a heart.
Yeah.
Every 3 street passes you get with the same person, you get a heart. It's like they just give you heart. They want you to play the game.
Okay, that is true, but we don't live in a big city.
I know,
do
but
we?
every time I open up the DS, I get at least 3 hearts because I live with you. So I just...
I guess that's
I
true.
turn the game on. It's like, oh, you checked in today. Congratulations. Well, here's a heart. Then it's like, oh, you street passed this guy 50 times. Congratulations. Here's some hearts.
If you have a 3DS, you can download and play Pokemon Shuffle right now. It's free.
Okay,
Absolutely.
guys,
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna interrupt this Pokemon Shuffle discussion with some reviews for Honey Pop.
For what?
For
Pokemon
Honey
Shuffle?
Pop? No, Honey Pop, the real Pokemon Shuffle, because these are great comments. Let's see. Recommended at $10. This game's a steal. They didn't even have to tell me that the game came with feelings of inadequacy, loss of will to live, constant reminder they'll never have their social skills to talk to real girls, lessons on how to sleep with girls by not being yourself. 9 out of 10. I ended up crying on the floor at one point.
Excellent.
The only dating sim that you can play with both hands. Okay, but go on. Pokemon Shuffle.
Oh no, I think we're done.
I think that was
Yeah. Alrighty. So that was. I guess we're done, right? That
Yep.
was the first part. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on Facebook. What else do we have? YouTube,
SoundCloud.
and those are the main ones, really.
Yeah. We social
Everything
media.
/ Facerollin.
wow, way to sound like a tool.
You're welcome.
We are a tool. Are you kidding me? I am so ready to sell out.
Yeah, no.
No one wants us. But man, once they do, I'm selling out so fast.
I understand.
I'm gonna be an AT&T spokesman.
And we're out.